Hello everyone. To better understand the risk of fire at home, we need to first of all understand why today building fires are more dangerous than they have ever been before. Okay? There are many reasons, but for our discussion, I want to share with you 3 reasons. Our own mindsets, and I will probably deal with this during the Prevent, Prepare, Plan segment, which will be live streamed. 2 other factors, 2 other elements. One is bomber response time, and that's very straightforward. I'll deal with that immediately after this. The one that's going to take a bit more time is to understand the whole concept of flashover and why it's very accelerated today. Let's go straight to the second matter, that is bomber response time. Watch this video. Now this is actually bomber responding to a 999 phone call, and this is on a highway near Klang. This is something bomber perennially faces. Look at the news report. This is in relation to the Sabah bomber response time. It takes longer than the national average. So what's the national average? Look at that report, we've highlighted it for you. Okay, now I want to chalk this in because we're going to make a comparison between bomber response time and the accelerated flashover. So let's chalk this in. Bomber response time average 10 minutes. Now what's flashover? To understand flashover, you need to first of all understand this concept of flash point. Everything in your home that can burn will start to burn at a particular temperature, meaning to say the chair, your clothes, the carpet, each one has a different flash point, temperature at which it starts to release gas, and that gas merges with oxygen and you have combustion. Now flashover is basically where everything in that room or in that home is reaching flash point and starting to burn. When everything is burning, we've reached flashover. Now watch these next 2 videos, all right? And this will give you an idea as to the accelerated flashover today. Watch these 2 videos.
One study showed that over 40 years ago, you had 17 minutes from the time the fire alarm went off to safely exit the house. Today, that amount of time is down to about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's suspected this is because modern furniture burns quicker because so many items are now made with synthetic materials.
The life of a deadly fire has begun. This scenario occurs in millions of homes every year around the world.
Okay, we have flames just coming up the back of the sofa. Might be from a cigarette that was left there for a few hours, or a little kid playing with a lighter and giving it a little ignition.
At this stage, the small flame is relatively harmless. To grow, the main source of fuel is the sofa. As it burns, the heat it produces decomposes chemicals in its wood and synthetic material. Rising is a complex concoction of flammable gases. They combine with oxygen in the room to produce a dazzling chemical reaction, flames. As the flames radiate heat downward onto the sofa, more and more fuel is consumed. As this deadly cycle repeats itself, the fire grows with frightening speed.
Okay, we had 2 smoke detectors in the hallway that were getting activated. Now the fires began to spread up the wall. You can start seeing heavier smoke building up against the ceiling. That's hot gas that's trapped there by the ceiling.
Experiments like this have led scientists to a simple but alarming discovery. Fires are changing. 107 seconds into the burn, this fire is much hotter than it would have been 20 years ago. The reason? Modern furnishings ignite more easily and burn faster than traditional products like wool and timber.
We can see the radiation from the fire just on the sofa starting to affect other objects in the room.
300 is the ceiling level.
They're smoking, they're pyrolyzing, they're giving off additional fuel. That's additional fuel that's going up into that hot layer that's going to burn.
400 ceiling, 205 foot. 80 degrees.
In the 1950s, the average apartment fire took more than 15 minutes to peak at around 1400 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, they can hit a staggering 2000 degrees. In a little over 150 seconds, this test fire grew from a harmless flame to a raging inferno. The heat and energy it released destroyed the apartment in less than 3 minutes.
Now, you've seen the two videos. You've seen how flashover today is achieved in about 3 minutes. Let's chalk it in to have a direct, stark contrast with bomba response time. Do you all see the problem? Do you see the problem of flashover within 3 to 4 minutes and bomba coming some 6 minutes later? What's the significance of this? Experts, and watch this graph, experts will tell you that if you are caught in a building when flashover kicks in, the chances of survival are very slim. Okay? Now, in the next video, I'm going to share with you all why homes and buildings are more flammable today compared to previous years. See you all again soon.